Hey, how's everybody doing this morning? Or afternoon, I guess. It is afternoon, yeah, it's 2:45. It's a little bit later than I normally get going. There's my buttons. Buttons are hard to find. Oh, how's everybody doing today? Everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. St. Patrick's Day of all days. I'm stuck here wearing my ratty sweatshirt today. It's Ratty Sweatshirt Sunday. Let's see. Gotta tweak some things. I was working on getting my printer stream up and running and kind of lost track of time once I got started. Minimize that, I think. I don't need to keep, well, I need to keep it open. I think the Wi-Fi still drops off because I haven't plugged it in when I disconnect. No. All right, so how's everybody? Doing good? I hope so. I'm not doing too bad. I had a pretty productive day. I started to clean up my office a little bit. I've been kind of feel like I'm getting out of that funk that I was in yesterday, or well, most of the last week or so. So it feels pretty good. So I think now I'm kind of hopefully get some work done on my app, maybe be a little more productive. I got a text message from a buddy. His furnace went out this morning, and so I went over and I helped him take a look at it. Figured out he needed a new, I think igniter is the right word for it, on his gas furnace. And when he got done, his wireless thermostat wasn't connecting. He just texted me, said it just started working. We were kind of having that discussion. He's like, I kind of hope it just starts working on its own, and it did. It just takes time. All right, maybe I won't have to lose the sweatshirt. Now that my printer's running, it's gonna get hot in my office, so I need to get them moved. That's all there is to it. I should spend some time and finish the enclosure for that printer, get it together, and get it moved out into the adjacent room so I can print in the other room. Then I can probably get both of my printers running at the same time. All right. Anywho, let's see. What are we going to do today? I'm going to probably decide to plan ahead a little bit better and be ready to do this. Looking at my to-do list over here. Number 4, I can't really do yet until I build a service to do it. List all the enabled. I'm not going to list the enabled game servers. Servers. Config setting to show server root folder path. I have that done, don't I? I believe I do. Fire the app up. Look, check all the screens to see where the app comes up. There we go. Most of the time it comes up on the left, but sometimes it does not. Okay, so config setting to show the server root folder path. Config setting to show server root. Well, that's right there, and that's the database path. It wasn't this, was it? I think it was. I think it was to show the root path there. Because I have this, but I want to come here and I want to see where that game's maintained. So let's take a look at that. I'm gonna leave it open. I'm getting better about closing the app too darn quick. And let's see. I want to look at the enabled servers. Let's look at an enabled server. What does an enabled server have? Doesn't have much. In fact, it has very, very little. And let's take a look at the server. No. I want the configuration. So, game root folder name. Let's enter Zomboid. Game server root folder. I'm glad I called them the same thing because that makes a lot of sense. I want to call them the same value. Well, the problem is when I display it, it's going to be hard to show that path. I think I want to bump that value up to the enabled server. I want to add it here, I think. I think that configuration needs to maintain that value, but I need it to be consistent so I can see where it is. So I'm going to make a change to enabled server. I'm going to add a new property. Public string installed path. So now I've got the path that the path to the server installed absolute path. This, what do I want to call it? To the install. I like that better. I like that name better. Okay, so I'm going to add that. I would like to... how would I configure it? So when I create the app, it's texting me. Available for order. Yep. All right, so I need to be able to pull that up, but I need to do that when I configure it. Man, I got a cheap monitor stand for my third monitor, and I've got 27-inch MSI curved monitors. They're a little on the heavy side for that arm. I wonder if I can tighten it a little bit, because I bumped the desk and the whole thing gets a little wobbly. It's a little weird. Let's see. I need to go to the create instance page. So when I do each one of these, so I create an enabled server. Excuse me. I want to yeah, I'll do it here. This is a good place to do it. Let's see. Do I want a button, a magnet, a keychain, or a print? I want a magnet. I think I want a magnet. I'm not a button, like a pin wearer. I don't like putting holes in my shirts. I do that on my own well enough without having a button do it for me. Oh, just replying. Thumbs up. Should move I need to get my phone here. It's easier for me to see. Okay, so when I create a server, I know... let me go look at Zomboid. So I default the root folder name every time. When I edit the configuration, I actually don't see this. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. I'm only streaming one screen. Got restless legs today. I might stand for a while. Yeah, it's not on the display. Because I need to be able to change that, because that's something that I should be able to change. Because I have the game root folder name. That's here. So I need to put that on Zomboid also. what I need to be able to do is rectify any changes that come in. How would I manage that? Okay, I think I'm gonna wait on that. Oh, I really want that feature though. How would I do that if I'm going to change the child's path? If I were to come in here and say, I don't want to call the root folder name this anymore. I'll have to think about that. I don't think I can. Well, I can. I need to be able to implement change tracking. That'll be the key. If I can implement change tracking, I can keep track of when that folder value changes, and when it changes, I can initiate the change on the parent, or it's not even really the parent, it's on the enabled server. Do I enable change tracking? That kind of feels like I'm veering way off topic today. I think I want to wait. I'm gonna add that though. Caps lock's on. Add change to application. Oh, I just sent that to the wrong channel. I'll just clear it. I'm not even on my own chat. There we go. Win. I win. I win for the day. So when I add change tracking, then I can have triggers that can propagate some data. Task done. I'm not gonna do 9. Config setting to show server root folder path. I have that one done too. 18. So now let's go and take a look at what am I doing? Game server install path enabled on the servers list. So that's here. That's the change tracking I need to add. Let's check and just make sure. Oh, I do need to tweak the Project Zomboid to have new the configuration so I can change that. Oh no, that's the server name. Yeah. So we will add. We'll close this and we'll do that real quick. I'm gonna make this a get set. So game server root folder. I'm gonna change. I want to change it. Installed path. Rename. No, what? It's not the full path though. I'm just gonna call it. I'm gonna keep game root folder. Game server root folder. Let's rename it to server root folder. Game root folder. I keep putting game and server together. I need to distinguish the two. There we go. Game root folder. So I have that. That's now a property. Now I need to go to enabled servers. No. It's Zomboid edit. I'm gonna take one of these here. And it's now going to be this. Go. Now I should have that value. I have that in my DB browser in my database. Open recent. Open recent. No, not game servers. Enabled servers. Yeah, no, it's in there. So it'll populate properly with data. Okay. So I have that. I've added a new property, so I need to fire up a terminal. Testing out my bot today. Let's see. So I got all the migrations. The .NET EF migrations. Add. What did I change? I added enabled server install path. Ouch. I've got some really nasty hangnails right now. Ah, there's always an update to the .NET framework. Okay, I have done that. I want to go back now that I have this. I kind of want to play around with the enable migrations. Do I want to do that? I haven't quite figured out how the database stuff is going to work long term. Like, somebody has it for a long time and then they want to do an update, like how I'm going to make that work. Especially if there's going to be database changes, it needs to be able to apply its own migrations. So let's go look at that. That's got to work. Close a bunch of these windows down. So this is what I had before. And it had a problem because it can't get the required service. I'm gonna breakpoint that and we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna close the database. I don't want it open. Oh man, I put ice in my water. I'm not prepared for that. Every time. All right. I got context. I think it just worked. Of course, assuming it did it. We don't know it did anything. So open database. Oh. Recent. No, it did. It worked. Sweet. It applied the update on the fly, which is exactly what I want. So now I have, when I hit that, I will not let you edit the installed path. It is going to be dynamically generated based on the folder in the configuration file settings you've made. Yeah, and then have it display on there. That's what I want. So that's from in here. That'll display here. How's it look full screen? I think that'll be all right. Let's go to enabled servers and let's add that field to the index of enabled servers. I'm not gonna leave the container ID in there. I'm actually just gonna use this one and say Now it's the installed path. Now let's do a little simple cleanup stuff. I should just take my sweatshirt off. I'm gonna put some labels on all these names so they look good. We're kind of getting to the point now where it's more polished. Let's start polishing the way things look. It's a good place to be. So we're gonna say or the data display name. That's what it is. Man, having a hard time. It's been a while since I've done this. Instance. And that should space it out there. So now it's got that. And I'm not going to display that. I'm just going to change this to active. Duration is fine. Oops. Installed path. Game name. Don't worry about that one. Force that refresh. Oh, I need to do that. And installed path and active. Do I need to display the game server ID anymore? It's useful for me when debugging, but I don't think it's useful most of the time, so we're just gonna take it out. Nope. Refresh. Oh, I didn't hit this. For some reason I have to hit the fire. I don't know. Call it the fire. Hit the fire. Okay, so let's do the same thing on game servers. On the available game servers. Here we go. Oh, can't do that. Display. Oh, then I put a bracket around it. What is this? I can't read it because the text is on top of it. Steam app. I display the logo. I'm just gonna call it logo. All right, let's hit it with that. Hit it with that shampoo. There it is. Enabled servers. Application configuration is fine. Let's do enabled server. I do need to have container ID in game server because I want those all to look nice. So let's go back to that. Oops, hit enter. Game server ID. And I don't have that, but I do have this. Container ID. Oh, there's a lot to do on that one. I might hold off on that one for now, just because that one's more complex than the others. I can change the game root folder path on Valheim. Oh, I closed it. Failed. Game root folder name. Okay, so that's all in place in there. Let's go and try to start a Zomboid server. So I got Project Zomboid. I'm gonna manage the server. Believe I have this. It's an E Docker test root Zomboid. Actually, that may no, that's not it because it'll be its own. So let's click setup. Didn't do anything. Why didn't it do anything? I may not have that doing anything yet. Oh, I also don't have Docker running. Let's start with that. Let's get Docker running. There it goes. Zomboid edit. What's this page? What page is this that I'm running it from? Enable server edit. Oops. On post download, that should be it, right? Running that. Set up. No. What? Why is it even called on post download? Okay, let me go look at that page. I've screwed something up royally here. Setup. Yep, nope, I have. It's supposed to be called setup, not download. I think that's what the old, when I had it working before, it was called download and it's not setup. Yeah. Can I just do that? Is it gonna let me do that? Restart it. I feel like I clicked the wrong button there. Whoa, what the heck? What on earth? Oh. Set it up. There we go. Okay, so it's downloading. No. Oh, it's downloading right there. It's not actually putting it in the right directory, so I believe my command is not working correctly yet. We'll let it run and we'll just see what happens. Oh, gonna punch the microphone. Sorry about that. Why would it do that? Oh, it's probably doing that because I've changed that code enough that it's probably not pulling things in properly anymore. And if I remember right, this does take a very long time. I don't know what I was thinking. Gross. Gross. Well, in the meantime, I have been working on my 3D print. Oh, my tape is all spewing up. I gotta fix it. Be right back. There we go. That's better. A little bit. I think I got my 3D print stream set up so that when the stream ends, it's going to stop the stream. However, I applied the settings to Octoprint after I started printing, and I'm supposed to restart before it does anything, so it may not work. The print's got 19 hours, so I'll have to watch it tomorrow, and I'll probably just stop it manually. But yeah, no, that's actually pretty cool that it's gonna just work, hopefully. Using a simple curl command so that my streamer bot can pick it up on the post action. Where are we sitting? 1.89%. Isn't that fabulous? Yeah, it's got to be putting it here. Yeah, there it is. Java. Ugh. Okay, well, that's downloading. Let's take a look and see what I screwed up here. So let's look at the server code for the Zomboid server. So let's see. I call download game files. So I get working directory is server path. Server path is defined as, it's not defined at all. The server path is server root. Oh, yeah, I didn't apply the right logic here for the install. Yeah, I hosed that one up, didn't I? Let's think about this. Let's minimize some of my things. Okay, so yeah, on this one, I am installing it directly at the root of the server, the game server root, which is not correct. So when I created the other ones, let's take a look at these. So Zomboid, no, Valheim, and then server. So that's how I want it to be. I want it to be root folder. Let's add. Oh, look at my backup codes. Now you've seen them. Crap, I won't do that. So each game will start in the server root. This is e:// Docker test root. And then a game root folder, server root, and then game name dash Steam ID, and then, and actually it'll be server. That'll be the path. So when I create the game, okay, now that I've got that, so the server path game root folder name, so it's going to be server path. I have this game ID. Okay, so let's start with, let's take this, let's go like this. Let's cut it. Bar, server. I've got too many. Game path and server path are too interchangeable in here. I need to come up with better terminology to keep that clear in my head. App root path is equal to that. And server path is going to be path Join app root path, and then zomboid hash game ID, and then game root folder name. That's exactly what I want it to be. Okay. Got it. So that's fixed. No, don't save an empty notepad. Idiot. Ah, my fingers are painting. All right, let's see where we're sitting. 14%. And then the working directory is the game root path, server path, game. See, this is where things get a little hokey because I do. Yeah. Got to be here. Working directory is there. The server path should not have that. Because then this one will be inside the root path, which is just going to okay, I need to think. I gotta talk this out. So the problem I have, the app, each server needs to build its own directory structure. Each server only needs to be concerned with what's important to it. I will provide the root path for everything. That'll be the E test root. From inside there, then I will create a new path that is the game folder, and then what do I want to call them? Oh, I hate this semantic crap. This kicks my butt every time. Let's see. What are these terms going to be? Install root. What do I want to call this? I want to change this name. I think. Oh, everything was going great and I've just completely derailed myself. What have I done? Okay. So I have server path. That's a stupid name. So we're going to call it application root. That's what we're going to call it. Application root. I'm not storing any of this data, right? No. Except I am. Damn, changing these names is gonna be painful. Okay. Actually, it won't be bad. I'll just delete the servers and recreate them. Server path Think about this. Come on, brain. Come on, brain. Pay you money for this. I give you food to do this kind of stuff. Let's fix that. Let's fix things. We are going to stand up. That's what I'm going to do first. Let's stand. Brain work. Brain work is hard. Got my floor mat. Now we're talking. All right. So, terminology. I'm going to develop terminology. That's how we're going to start with this. New terms. Terms. Application root. The absolute path to the topmost folder for this application. So that's the application root. We're calling it application. We're not calling it server anymore. We're calling it application. Application. Now the server root path. The path inside the app root path where everything for this server, this game, is saved. We'll have the server install path inside the server root path where the game server is installed. Oh, don't save it. I don't want to save it. Application root path. That's the top level. That's the big end all be all. Very top. Server root path. When I enable the server, that's the one that it goes into inside the application root. Then the install path, that's where I install the game. That's one level down, because then the next one up is where I store the Docker file for that game. That seems very reasonable and only slightly confusing. Maybe I should get rid of path. Server install path. Maybe just call it install path. Install path. That way, they're not sharing very many words. Most of them aren't at least. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna take my sweatshirt off. There we go. Now we got some bright green going on. It is, after all, St. Patty's Day. Go. All right. My big ears are getting pinched. Okay, so let's do a wholesale rename of things using this idea. I want to check my status here. Oh, it's downloading. It pre-allocated. Now it's downloading. Okay. We'll start with Valheim. Server name, world name, password. Let's see. Take my daughter to pitching clinic. let's see. Yeah, I can probably take my daughter to pitching clinic. As at 4:30, so that is in an hour. Yeah, I could do that. We'll still just end the stream a little early. Double check my... Make sure it's there. Pitching clinic is at the elementary school. Okay. Yeah. So that means... It's at 4:15, so we will definitely be ending the stream a little bit early. So I can go do that. So I got about a 40 minutes. So let's start moving. So this is no longer called the game root folder name. I'm actually just going to do this to start with. This is the server root. Let that update continue to run. Let's see, index. Excuse me, enabled server. Oh man, excuse me. So now the path that I want to display on the enabled server is going to be the server root. Not the application root, but the server root. I'm going to change it here. And let's see. Let's go to the main index. What is index model? So now I'm not going to call it server root, we're going to call it application root. And now this setting is going to be changed to, actually I'm going to make it fault tolerant. I'm going to say configuration item. Make it nullable. And then I can go like this, and I'm going to say if setting, oh hang on, what's the better way to do this? Okay, so I want to be able to make it, if it's this one, I want to change it. I'm going to say if, say setting is equal to context dot configuration dot where b key is equal to global dot settings dot name application root first or default. If setting is equal to null, and also I'm going to say inside here I'm going to say if setting does not equal null, then I'm going to say context dot configuration dot remove setting. And then I'm going to say setting dot key is going to be equal to global settings dot application root and context dot configuration dot add setting. Now this is now called application root. Change this to application root. Oh, that should handle the having you set it when you start it up. Let's double check that setting. Okay, we're 82% done. We're getting there. All right. Fix that. But I've got server root. I can actually change, should be able to change this one too. Server root. This is now going to be changed to app. I want to right click it and rename application root. Oh, I changed that one too without, here, call it server root. Change it here too. I did. That's what I want to see. What did I click? I don't want to do that. Server root. I'm actually going to take this this thing here and I'm going to put this as comments. Application feel like that. I like that look better. All right, so there's the application terms. How are we doing on the rest of this? Now it's committing. Ah, jeez. How many steps does this thing go through? Apparently a lot. Probably need to change into some shorts before I get to that. Okay. Zomboid server. So the game root folder. This is the server root. So let's change that. This is install path. Name that. Server. Excuse me. I'm going to change this one to server root. This is now application root. Oops, missed the T. No. Just needs to go to the server root. This doesn't need to write to the install path. Is anything that's compiled or minimized? Nope. Server root, so the install path. This is wrong. Because what? Server root. So server root install path is going to be server root a server. No, that's right. And then the server root. No, it's not right. It's the server config. Project Zomboid configuration. Server root. Oh, that's right. That's the folder that the server root is in. This is why I'm so confused. This is... Okay, so I'm getting the server root. Server configuration is the Zomboid configuration. Install path is... Okay, let's take this key. Server root is equal to the application path I have here. That gets me the application root path. Then the server root is the root path plus the game ID. It's actually this server root. I'll do that here. It'll be server config dot server root, and then it's going to be install path. So now here it's going to be install path is equal to server root install path. There. I think that makes sense now. Because I start with the application root, and then the server root, which is the install directory. So the server config server root, which is that file, that folder name. And then the install path, which is the server root plus the install path, which in this case is server. I call these things paths, and I should change those to be directory names, because that's what they are. They aren't paths. Well, they will be. Oh, I'm just gonna say server, because I don't want that to be whatever that is. This is the default value when it's configured. This is so stupid confusing. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain has such a hard time with this. 97%. We're almost there, so I could just stop it. And, you know, not even hardly use it. Not ever use it. Working directory is game root path. So now I need to, okay. Now I don't need to use this. It's just server root. It's just server root. Install path. This is just server. Don't need this anymore. And start at the server root. Now I need to start at install path. Now it's the install path again. I don't need to combine it when I run it. Install path. Now when I stop the server, install path. Okay, I think that actually does make it a little cleaner. Pull up. I'm not working on anything on my to-do list. That's cool. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good though. Oh, I think it actually finished installing. Yay, it did. It put it all at the root level. Look at that. Delete all this crap. Deleting it all. Brilliant. Go me. I did good. I did good stuff. Let's check in on my prints. Yep. Yep. See my stupid when I added to the wrong channel. Crap. I didn't want that. I want to keep that one. All right. Let's see. I got about, what, a little over 10 minutes? 4:15, because I do need to change. So I got about 10 minutes. So let's see what we can do in 10 minutes. Well, first let's stop this. And let's, Valheim server, location root. I think I'm going to get all this. I have a lot of checks in the Valheim server to make sure that like the root path is there. I'm going to cut all that out because I'm going to kind of extract all that up to the main level of the app. Actually, I'll add that as a to-do list item. Move application root. Application root, folder checks to the top. I'm gonna say move to the home page controller. I know that's not the right word, right term, I don't think, but that's what we're gonna use. Let's see. Application root, server root. So this is not no longer called server path. This should be called install path. Same with this one. That's gonna make it a lot easier when I clean up some of this stuff. Now that I'm cleaning up this stuff here. There we go. Let's just do a quick build. So index model does not contain, it's now called application root. Okay, do I have any I don't think there's any pending migration changes. So let's run it. The app will not load the old configs because I've modified them, which is fine. Ooh, look at that. Oh, because I gotta save those changes before I can do that. I need to remove, let's see, context.save changes. And we'll do that. Because I'm changing that key. Or actually, yeah. There we go. Now if I go to application configuration, now that's changed. All right, let's delete all of these. Let's also come here and delete all of these. Hopefully it just deletes them and doesn't try to send them to recycle bin. Okay. All right, we're close. I'm going to create a new Valheim server. Not null constraint. Oh, installed path. Right. Because I added that. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's exactly what I wanted to do this for. So installed path. What's in the Valheim configurator? When I create it. Doesn't have any of those things. I think my print is building the scaffolding again. I was specifically told it not to do that, or at least I think I did. I still have Kira up? I don't. I closed it. Damn. I think I screwed that up. I can see scaffolding. I spent like 2.5 hours trying to clear scaffolding out of that thing that was unnecessary. So it says it has the server root. Ugh. When I create this, it doesn't have, see, it just has the server root name. That should be fine. I can do this because I know what it is. And I know what it is on all of them. Because they both have a server root property. That's what I want. Do I want the installed path? I want the installed path. So it's always going to be server. I've just pretty much decided that's what it's going to be. So it's going to be do I have an underscore context here? Yep. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come here. Our application root is equal to context dot where a dot key is equal to global dot application root first dot value. Double equals value. So that gives me the root. So now I have the installed path is going to be equal to path.combine application root Valheim config dot server root, not server name, server root and server. Should essentially be the same thing here. And it's going to be Zomboid config. Alright, one quick run and then I'll have to probably wrap things up a bit early so I can get ready for softball practice. What? Sequence contains no elements. Global. Oh, I said it wrong. That's why. All right. Oops, I don't want to make full screen. So available servers. Create a new server. New test. World 1. Password. E Docker test root Valheim server. It is. First instance. Oh, it didn't run. Sequence contains no elements. Oh, yeah, because that's clearly not right. All right, I got 1 minute. Downloading. It's downloading. Valheim. Server. Folder is empty. Oh, it was installing updates to itself, not to the server. Maps, there we go. Looks like it's working. All right. Yep. All right, well that looks good. I think that's going to be where I'm going to have to stop because I need to go take my daughter to pitching clinic. So I think everything looks good from this perspective for now. I'm going to let this run in the background and we'll finish it up, and then I might be back on again tonight. I don't really know. I think my wife is doing stuff, so I'll probably be at my computer. So I might come back on and do a little more streaming this afternoon. We shall see, I guess. So yeah, hopefully. I wish I had gotten more done, but I think I made some pretty good progress. And I guess we will come back and work on it some more later. So I guess until next time, I'll see everybody later. Bye, y'all.